Welcome in. Come to you live from the Modelo Man Cave. It's Tuesday, September 16th, 2025, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and I guess that means it's, 6 a.m. British Standard Time if you're in the UK. So got Drew with me tonight. J-Mo might be stepping in a little bit late, and we're going to break down the film from the heartbreaking loss where we played incredibly well and just didn't make a few plays here and there that could have cinched the game. But we're gonna go over quite a few offensive plays and also quite a few defensive plays. We're not going to try to linger too long on each play. We just want to highlight most of them, and there's a few we're going to probably talk pretty in-depthly about. So, yeah. Drew, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing good, man. As good as I can be, I guess. Thought I would be able to shake things off a little quicker. Yeah.
Yeah, it stings. It stings pretty damn bad. But it still comes down to got to find a way to win 8 of the next 9 football games, and the rest will take care of itself, and we'll have a reprieve and can be hey, and if we find a way to win them all, we can go play Georgia again in Atlanta with maybe being mostly full strength. I don't think Ricky Gibson's going to be back this year, but maybe have everybody else that's out back by then.
Yeah, that would be my one disclaimer that, usually after Georgia, I'm like, well, we're not that level yet. And, let's see what Georgia is in 10 days. But this team is fully capable of running off 9 in a row and doing exactly what you said. I'm not predicting that, but Georgia's the best team we're going to play.
Yeah.
My opinion.
They got the best dudes.
Yeah. Best dudes and I think best coaching staff, which is a double, I think Alabama's got those kind of dudes, but they don't have the staff.
Not on defense.
Oklahoma on paper is more like, I think we have more dudes on paper. Or it's very close, if not. They do have a great staff, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, Georgia still got plenty of talent. They're not hurting in that category. So I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and bring the film to the stage. Let's see if I can get us off of here. No, I don't want us on there at all. There we go. So yeah, we're going to start off. No place better to start than the beginning. We're going to go with the first play of the ball game. The main thing I just want to talk about this play. Right here, it's a really nice job by Staley, because this play is basically designed for him to run through this zone and keep on coming. and he sits it down exactly like you would want him to. Instead of running into this defender or running into the area where this safety is going to be coming up, he just sets it down and shows his number to Joey. Beautifully done. That was the main thing on that play that I wanted to show, just the fact that Staley did a really nice job of setting it down. Let's jump ahead a little bit and get out here to 133. .133 mark in the game. This is, if my math is right, this is maybe the prettiest route of the day. Brazil is going to absolutely turn the corner inside out with a little. He's going to run a straight, step on the defensive back's toes. He's going to show it inside flexors, have a second, and then break it hard to the out. Absolutely perfect. He's not just a guy that we're throwing up deep balls to right now and letting him go run out jump people because he's so much bigger than everybody else, but he actually is running really good routes too, and it's going to show up right here. He gives just enough dip, like he's going to break it in for a dig, and turns it back out. Just that poor corner almost got to the checkerboards before the ball was delivered. Perfectly done. Beautiful throw catch. The route doesn't get much better than that. That outcut is so sharp. That's NFL level route running right there. All right, we're going to jump up to 2:16. I need to get to where I can see the time. That's close enough. We're showing this play, Drew. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
We're going to show this play because this is the play that Staley's going to be coming on a crosser, and it opens up perfectly. And if Brazil takes his route deep down this sideline like you would want him to, into the checkerboards, into the back of the checkerboards, into the corner, this corner then has to either go with Brazil or leave him wide open and Joey can throw it up to him for an easy touchdown. Or he's got to stay with Brazil and Staley's going to walk in if he does. But just watch Brazil if you're out there in the land, or you too, Drew. It's really lazy by Brazil right here. If that guy's with Brazil running into the back of the end zone, Staley's got the pile on pretty easily. We still end up scoring on the next play. It's just, it's the little things. Brazil makes a great catch a couple plays before, and then right there he has to run his route with the intentions of the ball's going to be thrown up to me. And if it's not, at least I'm the decoy. We're going to jump out to 3:17 here. Now, I'm not sure if anybody knows what this play is. So right now we have man, and they basically were in cover one, but their center fielder was playing more for the crossing route than for the deep ball. So if you're Joey, there's only one thing to do here, and that's pick which one of these outside guys you feel more comfortable just throwing it up to. And he chose the one at 6'5", not the one at 6'1".
And with a step on him.
with a step, he underthrows it a little bit, but anybody that's played football and knows anything about it, underthrown's okay. Thrown perfectly in stride's great. Don't overthrow the daggone ball. And especially if the guy's 6'5" and the guy covered him 6 foot. Just make sure it's in an area he can get to and touch the football. And then it's just a guy being bigger than the other guy and the other guy trying to hang on for dear life and not having a prayer of doing so. That's 6. It's gorgeous. We need more of that. We haven't seen it frequently enough the last couple of years. Here it is from the tight. I'm going to speed it up to like real time, real speed. Yeah, I mean, that corner's just stepping and fetching, don't know where he's going, just doing anything he can. I mean, he almost tried to tackle him. It didn't matter. We're going to jump out.
Rewind that real quick. Right before he releases it, because the one thing that I don't think fans appreciate, because they're probably fouling the ball, is his toughness. He stands in and takes a hit on that deep ball. Big time
shot to the face, and he held the ball. And like you said, he took it on the chin right as he released it and still threw it really daggone well.
Yep.
All right, we're out here. This is our third possession of the ball game. We're going to roll tape. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit here maybe. Main thing I want to look at here is from the tight. I'm going to go half speed here. This is just – I just want to look at this because this is one of the balls of the day that Joey didn't throw perfect. He was really, really fantastic, but this ball needs to be on his hands in front, not him having to turn his body back to it and catch it with his body, with his hands a little bit on his left side. Just got to clean that up. If he catches it a little bit out in front, he's got about 8 more yards. We're going to jump up to 6:30 now. 6:15, 6:20, 6:27. We'll play it from there. Just received a PI on a 3rd down and 8. The previous play. Now we got it back in 1st and 10. This one I just want to show. That's another ball. I'm sure you can tell, Drew, that ball could have been thrown just a little bit better. Staley's having to jump for a bubble instead of catching it with his feet on the ground, so he's got all his momentum going forward.
Yeah, you can see right there. Yeah, he does well to get 5 yards.
He did great. Yeah,
that might be 10.
Yeah, might have been busted. Might have been busted for 6 if he catches it with all his momentum going, and the defender takes the wrong angle, which Georgia's players don't take wrong angles. But yeah, I mean, it's a catchable ball, and we've seen plenty of those be thrown out there in the flat that aren't. So can't complain too much. Just a little more crisp like there I'd like to see. Let's jump out to 8:28. This is going to be the touchdown pass to Brazel. And this is about as beautifully designed as a play can do. And I'm going to draw a little bit here, right here, if that's okay with you. So what you're going to do is you're going to have a 2 high safety. They're basically in cover 4 is what they're in. It looks like cover 2, but they're in cover 4. So Staley is running a post or an over to occupy this safety. And Brazil is running like a fade and then turning the fade back into a corner. So this safety, because this guy out here has this part of the field. This is his real concern. So when Staley shows that, he's going to backpedal into it, and Brazel is going to go back towards the post. So this guy becomes your problem. The beauty of this play is absolutely the fact that Heupel designed it to have Mike Matthews come right across the safety's face and drag his eyes down to that crosser. It's absolutely perfect. And let's take a look at it and let it play. Let's go half speed. Right there, Mike Matthews being in that safety's eye line opens it wide up, and it makes it such an easy throw, thrown perfectly. That's just really, really fantastic play design. We've run nothing even remotely close to that the last 4 years, have we?
No. The sets, man. Tight sets.
Can't really see it on the tide here. But, again, Matthews being where he is, completely opens that up. Now, that cover 4 defender, cornerback to the short side, he chased Matthews across the formation, which wasn't his responsibility, but nevertheless, that middle safety that we were targeting, he still had to respect Matthews. He shouldn't have. He should have trusted that Matthews it's somebody else's problem. He has to have the deep quarter that he's responsible for. All right, so let's go to 8:59. Second quarter wasn't pretty on pretty much all fronts. There's as pretty as the first quarter was, there's some problems in the second quarter. I'm going to speed this up. This play right here, Joey's going to choose to throw it to Travis Smith on the crosser, and he catches it, but he takes a good hit. For my money right now, where Joey's at and where the defenders are at, I want him throwing it up top to Brazil, sitting down at about 8 yards, because Brazil, if he catches it right here going to the sideline, he's got a lot of green grass out here, and Staley that could possibly throw a block for him. And the defender responsible for Brazil is squared towards the line of or towards the hash. He doesn't even know Brazil's behind him, I don't even think. So if Joey just throws it out here, where's he getting tackled at? The 50?
He's not. He's had to turn to catch him too.
Oh yeah.
So, this defense. So if it's a good pass, he's got momentum rolling upfield, and the other guy's turning and running.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is one of these two deep guys are going to be who has to tackle Brazil when he catches the ball somewhere up here.
And they both have their back turned.
Yep, they're both their eyes are on Staley. Again, it's a completed pass for a first down, so it's just I think it could have been a better play if it would have went elsewhere. We are going to jump to 13:35, if I can read my own handwriting, which I generally can't. So we're going to skip quite a few plays because there wasn't a lot to talk about in that quarter. There are some plays that are there, though, to talk about. All right, so, yeah. This one's going to sting, ladies and gentlemen, because we're up 21-17. And it's second down, and I want to say 6 on the play. I could back it up, but it's a pain. And what you're going to see is a pick at the end of the play. But the bigger thing is we're just going to play it, and I'm going to pause it when the ball should be thrown. Sorry. I'm terribly sorry. This is not the play. We're not there yet. We're not to that play yet. This one is just we got really, really whipped badly. We got really, really whipped badly in the middle of our center gets destroyed by the defensive tackle. If he doesn't, Joey's got to pass to the running back to dump off out of the backfield, and it's going to go for like maybe 8 or 9. So that was really what that play was about, was from the tight. You're going to see from the tight. Center got whipped by the nose tackle, immediately pressure in his face, and you just got to get rid of the football and not take the sack, and he does. Throw it in a dangerous spot, though. Let's let it run. Okay, here's the second 10 play. Now, this is the play I believe that we're all going to regret seeing. No, this is the run play where Stark gets us into a good shape. Okay. There it is. Okay. This is the play. We know right now that they're either in cover 3 or they're in cover 1. They are in cover 1. This is a single high safety in 1. This guy right here is man-to-man on Mike Matthews. Matthews is going to give a little stutter. Right at that point, he gives a little bit of a stutter, and then he releases, and he's got the step. Joey needs to be turning the ball loose right now and throwing it to the other 48-yard line. And if he does, this safety has zero chance to get to the ball. Best case, he's getting over here and tackling Matthews on the 40, and we're close to field goal range. But Joey's going to hold it and then get bumped before he turns loose. He should have been loading while Mike was in his stutter. He should have already been into his stride to throw it right in the middle of stutter. That one hurts really bad because we could have been up 24-17, maybe 28 if he catches it in his stride and outruns everybody. We could have went into half up either up 11 or 7. Now, as you said, the other thing is the bump, because he throws it late, makes the ball travel to the numbers where you don't want it. The ball should have been thrown to here to the sideline, maybe 1.5 yards to 3 off, right? What you say?
Yeah, you can see how much he's having to bend the route in to come back and get the ball, try to make a play on the ball.
Because it was thrown late and it was thrown in the middle, it takes Matthews out of the play, basically. So not throwing that ball on time is the difference in that play. And the difference in us going into half up 4 as opposed to going into half up at least 7 probably. Because I really think at the end of that catch, we're at worst going to be in field goal range with a minute and change to go, and we're going to start being pretty damn aggressive right there. So, yeah. All right. So, 14-13. So, we're going to jump out to 17-30 right now, which is going to get us pretty far into the third quarter, I think. 17-30. We'll have to watch the end of this play because I'm not going to use the mouse to drag with the – Hey, man, if there's anything you're noticing or want me to stop on, don't hesitate. I'm just blowing through it pretty fast. And we're at the point now to where until the play starts, I don't know what play we're on. Yeah, okay. This is one where it's man and it's single high, and the single high safety has eyes on Staley and he's not paying attention to Brazil up top. This is a ball that I think Joey would like to have thrown up another deep shot to Brazil. Right now, this safety's eyes are he's not even concerned with Brazil at the top of the route. He's only concerned with Staley. This is basically the same type of look we got on the touchdown pass to Staley in the Syracuse game, deep ball over the top. I think if Joey just would have, when he's loading right here, and if he would have kept his eyes on Staley just until Brazil gets top of his route, he could have loaded up and went up top and gave Brazil another chance at a deep ball. Because right now, Brazil's got inside leverage to anywhere out here that it's big-time trouble for them. And Joey threw it across the middle, and it got tipped, I believe. We're going to see from the type. Brother, I lose my phone.
Man, he's got all day, too. Pass protection.
Yeah, he wasn't rushed to have to get rid of it. That's when I first started looking, I was watching the routes, and I was like, oh, I'm sure Joey had to get rid of it before he wanted to. It wasn't that. It was I think I would say he chose the wrong route. Got to get out to 19 now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to put on reading glasses to read my own writing. Okay, so we're 2nd and 3. Short motion to the boundary. Now, what I want to point out about this play is how great of a job Mike Matthews does. Just watch. Don't watch the motion. Watch Mike Matthews. He knows this play is designed for him to pick. He takes 2 defenders out on this. He takes the guy responsible for Staley out and the guy covering him out of the play. Look at him get into the safety's body too, who had Staley's responsibility. Such good work by Matthews right there. Little things like that don't always get noticed, but it's just really well done by him. And it wasn't pass interference. He's allowed to run in areas. He didn't go push anybody. He just ran at his guy and then bent his route into where the defender had to run into him, which gave Staley plenty of space to pick up first down. Really well done. 19. I'm just going to keep these on. 27. This right here, just not a lot to talk about. If Kitzelman gets a better block, Peyton Lewis is getting tackled on like a 20-yard gain because Peyton tripped on Kitzelman. Peyton got tackled by Kitzelman's leg. If Kitzelman doesn't get stonewalled and moves his guy a little bit, 44 is not tackling Peyton right there. It's up to 4 to tackle Peyton with a head of steam. It was close. That was close to being a really, really, I think, a big run in the run game. Going out to 2022. Wait, what happened? What did I do? 2021. Yeah, I just want to get to the type. Snap wasn't great, and our quarterback faked the handoff or went with the handoff to the wrong side of the play, which is not what it was designed to do. Going out to 2058 now. Okay, this is going to be a very nice. I got to go back because we somehow missed a play that's pretty important. There it is. Let's go back to this one. There we go. We are at 1944. Wrote that down. Okay. Pretty simple concept. They're playing quarters, and the defensive back is just giving Brazil all the space he wants to run a deep comeback. He's basically saying, I'm going to let you have an 18-yard comeback. And for whatever reason, Brazil and Joey just said, no, we're going to take our chances just throwing it up at you down the field. I mean, he's so far into his back pedal, Brazil could have broke it off and had tons of room on that sideline for the ball to be thrown. But 6'5" versus 6 feet. Give me 6'5". Let's look at it from the tight. The protection's pretty spot on. It's just a straight 5 with the back chipping. Nothing, no pulling, nothing cute in the protection, just straight up. That's not PI, right? I don't think
that's another one where he threw it on the numbers and he needed to throw it a little further outside.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Bending back in there.
I think it actually helps, though, that it was on the numbers on that because it made the defender kind of turn his body away. If it's to the numbers, he might be able to open up and go bat it down, but the way it did it kind of – I think it actually worked. I'm not sure he intended to throw it on the numbers. All right. 2058. There's nothing at 2022, right? Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I want. 2058. This is going to be – we're down 2 right now. This is just so we can all take a look. There's a pretty significant burst out of number 9 and wiggle when traffic is there too that he can play a little ball. I feel like there was a couple times in the ball game he should have been in key moments, either getting the ball or being on the field. because I think he's the scariest back right now.
And those two pull blocks
Were brilliant, right?
Cam and is that Moy?
Yeah, it's Perry and Moy.
Harry and Moy, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
They're
they
side by
absolutely.
side on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little bit both of what you said. I think Lewis is gonna get there, but you can tell the vision is not there and the patience, and that's just from his lack of snaps because Bishop got way more snaps than he did last year.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing Peyton's issue is the vision's not quite there, and I feel like he hasn't learned how to not run full speed everywhere. Because there's an art to that as a back.
He's trying to run over everybody too instead of like you got track speed.
Yeah, right. And you got to gear down every now and then and set up the defender or the block on the defender. And I think that's what he's got. That's the only thing he's lacking. He's got
That'll come.
Plenty of strength, tons of speed. He's got good wiggle. He just has to figure out the nuances. And Starr's much older and really understands the nuances. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we love this play, don't we? This is after.
This is the key moment of the game, in my opinion. You put them away here if you score a touchdown. Maybe even just getting 2 field goals and burning 3 minutes of clock with the rest of your defense.
We skipped past Staley's touchdown. I don't know how I did, but I did. So this is the touchdown before the sack fumble that we'll get to those plays in just a minute. But this is just really cool because we pick on this cornerback to the boundary by the running back is going to occupy the flat, and Staley's going to run an over, a shallow cross, and then take off upfield with it. And this defender did not know, do I stay in the flat for the running back? Do I wait on Staley? And then all of a sudden Staley's running away from him deep. Really, really great add to the playbook. Sorry, it's not the corner, it's the safety. It's the play side safety who's responsible for the flat right there. And at that point, the running back's wide open and Staley's wide open.
Yeah, because if you roll it back, that guy, the safety's coming up because he wants to play the running back, and then he feels Staley running by him, and he turns and runs, but it's far too late.
Yeah, and he's expecting when you see Staley running that route, when you see Staley doing that, you're expecting Staley to continue onto the sideline.
Yeah, you may be right. He may be running, but he's definitely running right there, and Staley just makes an adjustment and is done right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's planted and Staley's in full stride, and he's still having to worry about Starr in the flat. Now, I don't know what they're in. I can't figure out what coverage that is. Okay, they're just in cover 3. They're in cover 3. Okay, that makes more sense. Now I get it. They're in cover 3, and the boundary side safety's got flat responsibility. I don't know if that's Heupel's added that and it was intended all along and Joey knew Staley was going to do that, or if Staley saw it and broke it off and then Joey just read it and went with it. I'm interested to know. I would like for somebody to ask Heupel on that play, is it designed or is that ad-lib by the 2 players? Either way, it's high-level football. All right, we can get back to post-sack fumble here. This is first. That was 1st and 10. We get an illegal snap.
Yeah, that looks like we are outnumbered them before you get that false start. It looks like we've got a guy wrap. We pull down, and 9 is blocked, and 3 is in trouble.
Yeah.
Unless one of the 2 of them beats their block, You got
Sham's
Bishop
got a
out there.
one-on-one. Sham's got a one-on-one, and then Perry is climbing the 3, and Hurd's behind him as a lead blocker. Yeah, you got something working.
Play, I know the 5 yards is a massive deal, but like what that play is, I mean, you're probably looking at 2nd and 5 at worst case scenario.
At worst.
Instead of 1st and 15.
Here's the one that stings the most because it's 1st and 15 because we had the illegal snap false start. And we block it up pretty good.
We
and just that guy's arm makes Bishop, I don't know, Matrix. We're going to see it from here. You're 1st and 15. You're up 5. You're trying to go up 2 full scores right here. And you want to get to 2nd and 7, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 8, somewhere between 5 and 8. And you have it designed. And in live, I lost my mind because I was like, what in the world happened? Because that right there was not enough to make that happen.
No, I will say the one thing, if you look at that, Kitzelman like dives at his legs and doesn't like I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
Kitzelman.
That's not him. Normally he comes in and like chops his feet. And then if he does that and just gets in front of the guy, it probably doesn't fall. Well, maybe he still falls over a blade of grass that we can't see.
If he just sets a pick on 33, just a basketball pick, 33 doesn't even
look at that hole.
And again, he's gonna get to right here, which means we started here. He's gaining somewhere between 8 and 9 yards, and 4 and 31 are going to be tackling him as he's got his momentum falling forward. So he might get like 11 out of this. And whatever I
think worst case scenario, you're looking at 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 12. I mean,
worst case.
And then it's a whole different. Everything's different.
Yeah, because 1st and 15, if we go back to the wide, they have us in 1st and 15. So pre-snap, they're showing us a cover 4 cloud with a light box. I mean, they got like 4.5 in the box. 5.5 in the box. So it's a semi-light box. Taking shots isn't the way to go. I mean, you maybe throw a deep comeback, but the play's there to get us into 2nd and medium. Now, after the ghost tackle, we're going to get a counter or power. And Georgia just fits it really, really well, and we only gain like 2 or 3 on it.
Yeah, the end that held that edge very well.
Yeah. Now, I would have had 9 in the ball game right now. Bishop did a good job getting what was there. That wasn't on him.
No, he did a good job.
Now we're in 3rd and 8. And again, they're still showing us the cover 4 cloud. And they had made many adjustments by this time to the things we had been doing to them. We get them in a double mug, which is great for this play call. They come late into a double mug, which is your 2 linebackers walking into the A gaps. And if you block this correctly, you bust it for the 1st down and then some. And Sham blows the block. Really, I mean, Sham blew the block. From the tight, all Sham has to do is take 3 towards the center. You want your left guard to get to the outside shoulder right here and just move him this way. Not push him downfield and driving, just usher him this way. And he came from over here. He was already had momentum going this way. On snap, you got to climb to his outside shoulder and move him over. And you got pullers responsible for 56. And Sham lets him stay in the hole and turn him back inside. The play's supposed to come. between 3 and 52 is where the ball is meant to be going.
Look at that. The pull block is fantastic, too. He would have been able to follow him with no problem.
He could have ran right off the pull block, who gets 52's ear hole. He could have ran right off his ass and came right here. And again, that's safety's having to tackle him, and he gets 8 yards. He gets the first down. Worst case, he gets to like 4th and 1, and we're going for it. That stings. Okay. Where are we at time-wise? 23:16. So we can jump out to 23:49-ish. Let it roll. We're 3rd and 8. This is just here. Want to be real quick. This is a pretty great throw. You're on the far hash, and you're throwing on 3rd and 8. You got them in man. Steady steps on his toes, breaks to the out, and that's a long, hard throw, especially on 3rd and 8.
A good route too.
The route's great, the throw's great, just really well done. Especially because it's 3rd and 8, the defender is supposed to be playing the sticks, and to getting him out of his stance and being able to still get to the out and get the throw there, really, really good stuff. And at this point, hey, we're headed upfield to get the win. 25, 20. This is your favorite play of the ball game, I want to say. Or
no, he's not. No. This is a throwaway, I think.
Yep. $28-16. I'm sure I had a reason for that play, but it's not important enough. I want to watch that. I want to get back to the play before this. Play before that. There it is. That's the one we're looking for. Okay. Yeah. You love this play. What was the down distance? Was this 1st and 10, right?
2nd and 7.
What?
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. You're right. 2nd and 7.
Dude, and they blitzed right, and you threw it right to where the blitz came from.
Yep. You get it to 3rd and what? A yard and a half?
3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 or less than 1. And then I think we get like 3 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, next play.
Yeah, first down.
3rd and 1.5. They're pretty heavy in the box, and we block it off perfectly and get to the sticks. Get us to the 25-yard line. We're at 1st and 10. We're down to 25 seconds. 1st and 10 on 25 seconds. I think they used the timeout. Next play on 1st and 10 from the 25. They stonewall it pretty well. They just match it up right, but we're doing the right thing. Come back on 2nd and 9. We get it down to the 20. Force them to use their last timeout. We're going to come out after that, and all we're doing is trying to get the ball in the middle of the field. Joey's just going to dive to basically the back of his center's legs and get to the center, maybe back of the right guards. And Sham just happened to get out of his stance a little early. He doesn't have anybody in his face. He has no real assignment because we're not trying to move the line of scrimmage. We're just trying to move the ball over to here. No reason to be in a hurry and be ahead of the snap. I mean, that's all Joey's trying to do right there is get to there. So we're kicking a 37-yard field goal from the center.
Just a killer.
Sham's just going to stand up just a heartbeat before the ball is pulled. Yeah,
it wasn't much, that's for sure. It wasn't like a blatant, like he's so far ahead. But yeah, that's that difference of 5 yards doesn't seem like a lot. But then put it in the middle of the field, you're talking 10-15% easier kick. Like,
yep.
Give him with a pressure pack kick like that, give him all the help he can get.
Yep. So this is the last play we're going to look at offensively. This is the first play of overtime. This should have been us 1st and 10 at the 14, worst case, and wasn't a great ball by Joey. We get exactly what we want. We get the linebackers crashing hard. We got Mike right behind them, wide open. He's going to get the first down, maybe, and probably gain an extra yard to the 14. And the ball, it was a costly pass.
Too hard.
He threw it way too hard. He could have feathered it in a little bit, and worst case, just put it on his body. Don't worry, and you can't throw it that hard, that far out in front of him. I'm sure he wants that one back pretty badly, and he played a freaking awesome game. So, give me 1 second. Let's look here. I'm going to bring up the defensive film. Okay, defensive first play of the game. This one's not great, isn't it? Is it? There's so much wrong with this. Starting with, why in the world are you using a safety blitz and you having 12 yards, 9 yards off the line of scrimmage? If you're going to blitz him, walk him up, even with the linebackers, but also first play of the ball game, their best all-around receiver, true freshman cornerback. Let's just go ahead and play man-to-man, singled up with a safety blitz from his side of the field on the first play of the ball game. And a young quarterback who doesn't read zones very, very well yet, let's just give him an easy, it's man-to-man. He's going deep. I'll just throw this as far as I can. Pretty daggone good coverage. Just hate with a passion that play call, especially against this quarterback who the 2 previous weeks has shown zone was much more confusing to him. He hasn't seen enough college football level zones to know exactly where to go the ball, and you're giving him basically you're giving cover one man, but the cover one's on the opposite side of the field.
Also, we might as well be playing that play with 10 people.
Yeah.
There's just no – I don't. That could be Caleb Downs. He's not getting there in time from where he leaves when the snap goes off. It's just not happening. And then you also have to know your personnel with Turrentine. Anybody that's watched us the last year plus with him I'm not blitzing him in general. Even if you can get him close to the line of scrimmage, he's not my overly athletic guy to make a play.
Yeah. You're right though.
Dude, Farouk, if you're gonna do it, I would do it with the other safety, and then maybe he can roll him up, but he's got to be like 4 or 5 yards closer to the line of scrimmage. Maybe try and hide him behind a linebacker or something. I don't know, but he's got to have a chance to get there. He's throwing the ball before he gets to the line of scrimmage.
Right, and I don't even if you're up closer, Stockton still would have been able to get that type of pass off when he knows he has singled up coverage on Redmond. Even if you're walked up close to the line of scrimmage, he's still going to get it off and take a hit probably as he's releasing it. But Ed Reed, like you said, Ed Reed starting that far back is getting nowhere near the quarterback on a blitz with man to the outside. I don't understand it. All right, this is ours. They've had a couple more, few run plays and a couple little short passes, but nothing major at this point. We're going to watch this because I want to see it from the tight. That's the only reason we're looking at this. And we're mostly doing it because I want to point out that Joshua Josephs, number 19, right here, is rushing the passer on the play. Or actually, he's lined up like he's our Leo right there. He's probably rushing the passer. He's not. He's going to drop into coverage. And I don't know what he's sprinting out to the flat for. The running back doesn't threaten the flat. All he should be doing is just dropping straight back where he's at. And Just watch Joseph if you're looking at the film, ladies and gentlemen. He runs to the flat, and there's nobody over there. And he could have been right in the way and deflected that ball had he just dropped straight back. We can look at it from the wide. And as you see, Joseph's going to guard nobody over there. I don't know if he thought something was going on, but there was nothing telling him that he needed to sprint to the flat. Thought that was weird. By far, not the most egregious play of the ballgame by our defense. All right. So I think this is one of the times that we're probably playing zone, and Stockton looks kind of lost. Yeah, we're in zone here. Everybody's guarding the area. He did a pretty good job finding the route he wanted, but the pressure got to him before he could throw it. We brought a fifth.
I feel like he's late
against the zone. The theme of this defensive tape is going to be Stockton is much better against man coverage than zone coverage. Oh, the ball got deflected.
Gosh, yeah. That's almost needs to be a pick right there.
Yeah. Yep. He does get it. He does get his fingertips on it. All right, we're going to jump to 340. That may not be the right timestamp. I've been known to screw that up. Okay, let's go back to the wide of this. This is another time. Why can I not get back to the wide? Here we go. We're playing zone. We're only bringing 3. Technically, we're bringing 4, but one of the guys wasn't there. Stockton has no idea where to throw this football, and we're hitting him with 3 pass rushers before he can decipher it. I believe we're in cover 4, but it might have been 2. We're in cover 4. And as you're going to see, one of our defensive linemen, is that Joseph's? Whoever it was, it doesn't matter.
Might be
Ross just beats their right tackle. Their right tackle and their right guard are a turnstile. All we had to do was rush 4 and put our best rushers on their right guard and their right tackle, and we were getting pressure on him anytime we wanted it the other day. And instead, we blitzed way too much and put guys singled up in coverage. All right. Let's jump out to 548. I'm sure I'm perfect on this timestamp and I didn't mess anything up. Let's see what we get here. I'm going back. I'm going to go back and forth with some of these where we're in man and we're in zone, and there's just a drastic difference in his success. This is man. We get him in a. Let me see here. No, sorry, this is zone. We are in
zone. That's zone because they just traded off receivers.
Yeah, they just passed them off.
And screen this too.
And we sack him. I thought when I saw Branch on the slant, I thought this was the 3rd and 7 where slant beats Boo on the slant, but it's not. That's later. This is just where we play zone. We're passing the defenders off. Stockton doesn't know where to go with the ball, and we sack him. And I mean, Stockton could have taken the deep shot, but he's got too much pressure in his face already. And again, we're just rushing 4. And we're putting him in zone, and he's not got an easy picture of the play unless it was man. He does not make quick decisions anytime we play zone on Saturday. Where are we at there? 6-13. And we can play 6-16. Okay. $701. Let's go see what we see on 701. There it is. Okay. We've just sacked him. We've just made him throw an incompletion. Now we have them 3rd and 12. Sorry, 3rd and 7. And we give him man again, and he immediately knows where he wants to go with the ball when he sees man, and he knows he's got a slant. No hesitation on this. Now, I know you can't play zone all day long and never show them man. I know you got to do a bit of both. But every bit of his success was against man.
Run that back. I want to see Carter on the blitz if it's delayed.
Oh, what, the tight?
Yeah, right here. Watch Carter. I guess
But again, he's throwing the ball so soon because he knows where he wants to go with it. There's no hesitation in his decision making. He's throwing it where he's comfortable throwing it anytime he sees us in man. Whether it's a go wherever Redmond's at or whether he gets branch on an inside leverage slant. There's no reason to blitz Carter. He's not getting there. And we didn't need it. 73 and 71 were beat over and over again with our 4-man rush. Now this time we run a stunt to open it up for Carter. No, we just go wide and leave it wide open. But the pass rush 273 and 71 they rushed that way because they knew they wanted Carter to get that gap. All right. 725. Let's go to 803. First play of the second quarter. We got them in 3rd and 7 again. What are we going to do? We are going to go cover 0. This man right here is responsible for the running back. Sorry, one of these top 2 defenders is responsible for the running back. We got man at the top, and we got man at the bottom, and we're bringing everybody else on 3rd and 7 against the quarterback who has shown us he can't beat zone. And all they're going to do is check to a bubble, to branch, and make Turrentine tackle him one-on-one in space. Now, that could have been stopped at like a 12-yard gain if Turrentine would have went to the sideline instead of upfield, and it would have just been 1st and 10 instead of a touchdown. But the defensive play caller is the problem. As much as it could be. Let's jump out here to 13. We're going way ahead. How are we doing on time? We're at an hour. We'll try to run through these real quick at the end here, although we still got a few to go. This is going back to putting Redmond on an island. He immediately sees it's man, cover 1. He throws it up, and we get a PI. Like, there's no hesitation in Stockton's game whenever we are in man. We're bringing a bunch of extra guys that we don't need. We had him with our front 4 if we would have just done it all day long. This is us forcing him to flush the pocket and turns into a 4th and 2. The main reason I want to show this, he's got a touchdown, but we're in zone and he doesn't know what to do and he flushes. If he just waits, the deep cross